Hi, Sebastian.
Hi, thank you. Thanks. So, as you have heard from Max already, the applications get more and more complex, and there is more and more changing and innovation speed. But as you also heard already in a talk this morning at 10:35 from my colleagues, we have already solutions in there. Where my colleague Oliver Navas asked, what are you excited about for the future? And he asked, he said, we have already all building blocks for this in here. So this is why I want to now to show you a little bit more in the detail what building blocks are already there and how we can go on. So IT-empowered automation is the next evaluation step in automation. But before we can look at this, we should look at how automation solutions look out today. So first thing first, why do we automate anyhow? Because we have some kind of product. And this product is your core value that you want to bring to your customer. So everything should be focused purely about this product. But for sure, this product does not drop out of the air. It has to be somehow produced. For producing this, first you need some kind of transportation, your product within your production line. But as I said, it will not be dropped out of air. You also have to have some kind of production steps. This production step is here now presented by one robot. And as you can see, the conveyor belt transporting has one PLC in there. The production step has one PLC in there. So we also need for sure a connection between these two. So we already have some kind of network. But as we usually have not only one production step, I added just one other robot in there. So we have now 2 or 3 production steps, a couple of PLCs there, a connection. But hey, nobody operates this? Yeah, usually it is also operated. Therefore, you need also an HMI runtime in there. And usually it's not only one HMI. In my example, I just put in there 3 HMIs to make it somehow realistic. And now, as everybody talks about AI today, let's bring in some AI, especially here cameras, to do some visual inspection. But these cameras alone cannot do anything for the visual inspection. To really do this, you need an IPC. And now we have the automation solution like it is today. And I think it looks familiar for you. And where is now the step to go IT-empowered in automation? Well, let's start with optimizing the HMI. Before we do this, I just replaced some of the icons here with real products. And then let's talk about the HMI. In this picture, we have 3 HMI runtimes, completely independent, running on some WinCC panel. But as we have already an IPC here, why don't we virtualize them? Simply put them also on the IPC. But hey, how do you see now what the HMI is doing? Well, we can bring in thin clients that only do the visualization. They have no compute power anymore. They just show the picture and just get your input. They do not do anything more than this. All the scripts, recipes, and so on, what you do usually in your HMI is running on this IPC. So, but what is the next step? Well, we can also do something for the PLCs. Because as we have a powerful IPC there, we can also virtualize these PLCs. Especially as we now have the VPLC from our colleagues. So now we reduced a lot of hardware already. And therefore, we have some advantages. So, but what are these advantages? As I said, we reduce a lot of hardware, but we also reduce the problem of maintenance costs. but because now we have only this one IPC where you have to do the maintenance. All the security stuff, all the updates and so on, you can simply focus on this one IPC. Everything else there is not really of concern anymore because it doesn't do anything. The other thing is, if you need to update your application and so, we have now one central device where you can do it and don't have to run to 3 different PLCs, 3 different HMIs and so on. And this also is showing how we reduce complexity and therefore also increase efficiency. Because as we virtualize these HMIs, we can also put these 3 HMI runtimes together to one. And therefore have one big HMI project, which is then always consistent to itself. And you don't have to consider how to synchronize this HMI project anymore. The other thing is, as you have now everything at one place, it is very, very easy to add additional features. For example, we now have our automation solution, but we need an additional TIA portal for maintenance or to just do the monitoring or whatever. Well, it's quite easy. Let's put another virtual machine simply on this IPC, and as we have the projects already there, it's no problem. And we have compute power already there, it's no problem. We simply need additional monitor, the keyboard and the mouse, and then we have it. We have everything already on hand. But as I said, it's not only we have everything already on hand. This means also we have one central point where all our data is stored. So if you want to do a deep dive for optimization or to do the archiving or whatever, we simply use this one source of data and can operate with this one. The next thing is we are avoiding waste. If you remember at my first picture, we have there 3 HMI runtimes, 3 PLCs. None of them is ever utilized really to 100% because you simply can't do it. The 100% utilization you will never fit. You will always have some kind of overhead. The overhead now is in the IPC, and therefore we can reduce it because we can combine these overheads to make it a minimize overhead. Or we can go for this overhead by purpose and reserve it for future additional functionalities. So what do we as an IPC offer for going this direction? Well, you might have also already spotted in my pictures, we have here our one flagship of IPC, which is the RS-828A, which is data center performance in a compact factor of an IPC made really for the shop floor. It is very robust. It can be used in the shop floor without anything additional, no air conditioning, no dust filtering. It is an IPC made for harsh environments. But we do not only have our flagship. Of course, we have a complete industrial PC portfolio. So let's look a little bit deeper into this. As you have already seen, we have rack PCs. And we do not have only this one rack PC. We have different kind of rack PCs for different demands in computing performance. But if you are going closer to the machine, or if you have even lower demands, then we also have box PCs there. They are built to be attached directly to the machine, but still have open compute power to essentially do everything that I just told you. And if you also need some kind of visualization directly, yes, we have this box PCs also in the version of a panel PC, directly attached with a panel in different sizes, single touch, multi-touch, so you can do a lot of things there directly with this PC. So you have seen there 3 HMIs or 3 visualizations in my first picture. So how do I get the additional monitors? Yeah, for sure. we also have in our portfolio additional ruggedized monitors for industrial-grade operations. And last but not least, there still will be use cases for maintenance or whatever. So we also have in our portfolio mobile devices for doing the maintenance in your plant and take your device with you, or for logistics and so on, where you usually do not operate at one certain station. You go forward and use it really everywhere where you want to do something. Last but not least, as I said, this PC still needs some kind of maintenance. So what we offer also is a bunch of software tools and applications where you do your maintenance for. So for example, you can do diagnostics, just simply show the status of your current PC, but you also can do some kind of security protection, for example. If you think of a security, you usually think about viruses or cyber attacks or something like this, but it can already start with one simple USB stick. If you put in a USB stick into a PC in an office, yeah, it might be not so good, and you have a virus in there which blocks your PC or something like this. Imagine you're doing this in your automation field. As soon as this PC stops, your complete production stops and you start to losing money. So it is a good idea to always take all the measures you can to go for IT security. So, for example, blocking the USBs directly at the hardware level, not only on the software level. This is one thing we can do with our additional software offering for IPCs.